On the line now, you can find Ozzie at Jurek.com. Ozzie, I want to talk to you about U.S. real estate. Before I get there, I just want to continue the update you've been giving us on the numbers in the Vancouver real estate market. And I know they'll be adjusted as you come, but I know you got numbers up until the weekend here.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. And as you said, by next Wednesday they'll change, but not so much anymore because these numbers are as of yesterday. And it looks like the single-family sector, last year in August, we sold 1,073 to the 26th. This year, 344. So you have about a 68% decline overall. And places like Richmond only sold 24 single-family homes, and last year had 154. So that's a whopping decline. The condo sector is slightly better with a 43% decline overall, and places like the West Side are down about 54%. So clearly, whether it was just the tax or we were already on a downturn for the last few months, the tax did not help.
Yeah, but I mean, it is, and I'll tell you, one of the things I've been mentioning for the last several months is you really got to be careful what you wish for, because this is a key component, or the key component, rather, of the British Columbia economy, that it's avoided the kind of downturn that's been experienced, obviously, in Alberta, but, really throughout the country. I mean, BC has led the way, but leading that way has been real estate and the construction, because once this starts filtering into the construction side of things, that's when you'll see the economic impact. But pretty, as you say, yeah, the numbers will be adjusted as we come to the final days of the month, but this is through to August 26th. The trend is what's so obvious here, and the trend is really a significant change in the number of sales.
Yeah, and that's it. And you could well make the argument, since the biggest hit seems to be single family, that is also where the foreigners were playing. So, I mean, it's maybe a long shot, but to me, that seems to be the reason why we have this whopping 78% decline in Vancouver East, only 27 single-family homes sold, and last year 122. So there you go.
Yeah, we'll keep a close eye, obviously, here on a weekly basis. September may tell a significant tale there. Hey, Ozzie, yeah. I wanted to talk about the U.S. market. One of the great calls that you made and did it for us at the World Outlook Conference, and, of course, through Jurek.com and emails, et cetera, was you were choosing this is coming out of the subprime mortgage debacle, and we're getting into 2010, 2011, and you were saying, you know what, I'm interested in that area. And I remember you talking to us about Phoenix extensively. You would fly down there on a regular basis and look at properties. I'm just wondering, is that game over?
Well, actually, it's a good point. So we think it is not over, because really the prices had collapsed so badly that what we purchased, was so sweet, that is no longer available. But hey, on a return type of basis in the kind of marketplace, we kind of like Phoenix for all the reasons you and I talk about. People go where jobs go, and that's where values go. And there's companies migrating to Arizona from California. We're just putting together a deal with a joint venture in Tempe. And there's 76,000 students at the university next door and 8,700 faculty. And some of those big, these are superlative numbers. State Farm Insurance has 8,000 employees. So when you look at all that, and then Phoenix is predicted to grow by 24%, has the highest job growth in the last 3 years. The vacancy rate has dropped like a stone. All of those reasons are still valid that they were before. And then prices are still about, maybe 15 or 20% of Vancouver's prices.
When you look at then, there's obviously a currency factor here. If the Canadian dollar is going way up, that hurts. And if it goes down, that really helps. And it's been helping, of course, the people you've got involved down there over the last several years. Let's talk about two aspects of that market, though. Let's just separate it very quickly from the condo and then the housing market side.
Well, in essence, of course, Joseph Schachter, who you've had many, many times on the show, and he's had a spectacular track record. Well, he last week forecast $30 oil. If we have $30 oil, we're going to have a lower Canadian dollar. So any money that you convert now might benefit you. But you're right, there's a currency risk. I think, though, if you want to retire somewhere nice, you go to a place like Surprise. It's sort of as far away from downtown Phoenix as Coquitlam would be from Vancouver. But $250,000 buys you a very nice house. And these neighborhoods out there, they were all built 15 years ago, stomped out of the ground. They've got big boulevards with medians, and they have a real nice feel. Well, $350,000 buys you 5 bedrooms and a pool. You're looking at, you can't get a front door for that in Vancouver. So from a retirement point of view, take your bucks and go to some of those areas. Now, if you want the ocean, you're out of luck.
Well, let's throw in just a couple of quick ones for us. Just throw it out at us. Any other areas there or other cities in the U.S.?
Well, certainly the areas we like, we featured 6 suburbs in Phoenix. We like Arcadia and Glendale, where the football stadium was for low prices. There's a whole bunch of suburbs that we like. Like in every city, there are some you like and some you don't. In the United States, we love Seattle. I think Seattle, we wrote about it extensively, and you and I talked about it. The Chinese are moving into Seattle. Prices are really moving much higher. And we like Portland for price. So there's some real good cities in the United States we like them in the West because I can get there in a couple of hours by plane, and I can look at it. I need to walk every property that we buy.
Well, speaking of that, give me a hot property.
Well, in Phoenix, we found a 2-level townhouse, up and down, 3-bedroom, 2 baths, $99,000. That's in South Phoenix. And then in Surprise, as I mentioned, $179,000, very nice-looking house, and a $265,000 house, 4 bedrooms in a great area and a pool. So these are hot properties for today.
And all you have to do is go to Jurock.com, have a peek at them, JUROCK.com, just stuff that looks interesting. Ozzie, as I say, you and I will chronicle very closely, whether what we're seeing in the August numbers, for example, in Greater Vancouver, are part of just sort of a slow-motion summer doldrums or into more of a significant correction, which, as I say, has real economic ramifications. We'll do that on a weekly basis. But in the meantime, go out and have a terrific weekend.
Thanks, Mike. I will.